Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Spring 2023 Commencement Ceremony. In order to observe the reverence of these exercises, we ask that you refrain from any shouts or cheers while graduates are crossing the stage. There will be an appropriate time during the program for these expressions of cheer. We ask that you also silence any cell phones or any other electronic devices that you may have. At this time, please rise.
Please be seated. Good evening. I'm Catherine Whelan, Provost and Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. On behalf of the students, faculty and staff at East Georgia State College, I welcome you to our Spring 2023 commencement. The ceremony is being recorded so that family and friends, as well as graduates, will be able to look back and remember this special occasion. You will hear from many individuals on the platform this evening, and they'll be introduced later. Please join me now in welcoming the other members of the platform party who are here to honour our graduates, but who do not have speaking roles. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. I'll ask them to please stand when their name is called. Dr. Damon Andrews, Associate Vice President for Grants and Data Analytics. Dr. David Chevalier, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Jennifer Fields, Director of Admissions. Cliff Gay, Vice President for Business Affairs. Tiffany Poole, Director of our Statesboro location. And Theo Howard, Athletic Director. Please stand as we recite together the Pledge of Allegiance. The flag can be found to the left of the stage. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. LaFrederick Gilchrist will now offer the student reflection. While at East Georgia, LaFrederick served as an SGA ambassador, Vice President of the African American Union, and President of the SGA. He was also a member of the STEM Club, Beekeeping Club, and the Reading Club. LaFrederick is graduating this evening and has been accepted to both Georgia Southern University and the University of Georgia to study botanical sciences.
Thank you. The title of my speech is Don't Give Up. In every individual's life, there is a time where we have said, I want to give up. Why give up when there is so much to live for? I understand that life can be rough sometimes, but we have to understand that while tough times do not always last, tough people do. Each one of us has a talent or gift that we unfold throughout this life. This reality we call life is indescribable and unfathomable. Life is all about perspective and decisions that are made forward. When you have purpose for why you do what you do, I am here to tell you that today there is a source of hope when you want to give up. There is a purpose for why each and every one of us today are here. In life, there are inevitably going to be obstacles, whether they are financial, spiritual, or physical. But it brings out and unfolds those gifts to impact the rest of the world. In life, each one of our very own lives already written out and predestined for greatness. There are many figures who made history by never giving up. Just imagine if Nelson Mandela, John Brown, or Shirley Chisholm had given up. Where would we be now? For instance, an amazing author by the name of J.K. Rowling, in her first attempt to publish her books, 12 of those publishers turned her down. But now, as we see, because of her not giving up, Harry Potter is one of the most worldwide selling books. Now, Martin Luther King was told that he was insane for believing in his dream in equality for all people. He won the Nobel Peace Prize at the age of 30. Oprah Winfrey was turned down by several people during her interviews before she found success. Now she is one of the most famous TV show hosts around the world. I say all of that to say this. It may not be your time right now, but keep working. It may not be your time you get proper recognition right now that you deserve, but keep working and striving for greatness. Keep going forward and trust in the process at hand, because that is what makes the process worth it. Do not live in the present, but in the future, because the hardest step is starting. So just stay consistent. Put God first, have faith, have humility, and be persistent. Those are the keys to never giving up. My favorite quote for this speech is from Steve Pavlina. When you live for a strong purpose, then hard work isn't an option. It is a necessity. Thank you.
Thank you, LaFrederick. At this time, I would like to recognise our student marshals and student ushers, comprised of EGSC ambassadors and members of the Student Government Association. We also have several faculty marshals assisting with the ceremony this evening. Please join me in thanking our marshals and ushers with a warm round of applause. As many of you are aware, this year marks the 50th anniversary of the college. Over the decades, our graduates have made significant contributions to their communities and to their professions. We are very fortunate that many alumni have chosen to work at the college, and we have many others present in the audience this evening. I now invite Mr. Matt Donaldson, President of the East Georgia Alumni Association and member of the East Georgia Foundation Board of Trustees, to come to the podium to make a couple of special presentations. Mr. Donaldson.
Good evening. It is my honor to be here tonight at the East Georgia State College to recognize two outstanding alumni who are making a difference in our community. These alumni embrace the values of East Georgia State College, and we have the privilege to recognize them tonight for their dedication to service. I will begin by recognizing the Rising Star Alumni Award recipient. The Rising Star Award celebrates the achievements of alumni who have graduated in the past 10 years and who have made notable recognition in their chosen field with a promise for continued success. This year's Rising Star is Jordan Robbins. Jordan is a financial analyst at Train Technologies in Vidalia, which is an air conditioning manufacturing company. While enrolled at East Georgia State College, Jordan worked part-time in the Department of Social Sciences. She also worked at an after-school program and was a high school soccer referee, both of which she still does today when her schedule allows. After completing her associate's degree in business, administration, and economics at East Georgia State College, she went on to obtain a bachelor's of business administration in accounting from Georgia Southern University. And she recently earned her MBA from Georgia Southwestern. She currently serves on the boards of the United Way of Toombs, Montgomery, and Wheeler counties, Cornerstone Children's Center, and the Southeast region of the American Red Cross. One of Jordan's favorite community efforts is being able to develop leaders with the Greater Vidalia Chamber of Commerce, serving as a mentor in their annual leadership program. She enjoys meeting new people and making connections, and she is honored to be selected by former alumni, professors, and faculty for this award. Jordan would like to thank her professors for always believing in her, offering their wisdom, and building a solid educational foundation that would serve her well in her undergraduate and graduate studies. Jordan, if you will please join me on the stage to receive your award. The next award is the Distinguished Alumni Award. This award is presented to someone who has excelled in their chosen field and has had a positive effect on local, regional, state, or national level. Lisa Bertosh is a lifelong resident of Emmanuel County. She graduated from Swainsboro High School in 1991 and is a 1993 graduate of East Georgia State College. She received an associate's degree in arts from East Georgia and served as the sophomore representative for the Student Government Association during her time here. Lisa continued her education by obtaining a Bachelor's of Business Administration from Georgia College and State University in 1997. She is employed at Yeomans & Associates Insurance Agency, which has locations in both Swainsboro and Louisville, Georgia. Lisa currently serves as Vice President, Managing Partner, and a producing property and casualty agent. She started working part-time at Yeomans & Associates while attending East Georgia State College, then moved into full-time duties managing the agency while attending GCSU. She has worked with the agency for over 30 years. Lisa is a member of the First Baptist Church of Swainsboro, where she teaches 1st through 3rd grade Sunday school. She is the chair-elect of the Swainsboro-Emmanuel County Chamber of Commerce Board and completed the 2002 Leadership Emmanuel class. Lisa is also the chair of the Emmanuel Medical Center Foundation and is the Beta Sigma Phi 2020-21 Lady of the Year and has served as a Swainsboro Middle School Pride with Purpose mentor. Lisa is also the Vice President of the Alumni Association, so she is a trusted friend of mine. Lisa's late husband, David Bertosh, was a former employee of East Georgia State College. Her mother, Patsy Fields, and her sisters, Karen Curl and Jennifer Fields, are all alumni of East Georgia. Lisa said, as an honored alumnus, East Georgia has done so much for her, the community, and her family. She is thankful that East Georgia has provided access to higher education for students who do not think they can obtain a degree and go forward to achieve bigger and better things. With the college celebrating 50 years, she is proud to be part of that history, and she looks forward to many more years to come. Lisa, will you please join me on the stage to receive your award? Thank you. Go Bobcats.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dawn Baker. Dawn is the longest-serving news person in the Savannah TV market. She's the evening anchor at WTOC TV. The Riceboro, Georgia native has received several awards for journalism and community service, including the Associated Press Best Documentary Award, Humanitarian of the Year, the Southeast Regional Emmy Award for Best Newscast. Most recently, the Georgia Secretary of State's office honored her with the Outstanding Georgian Award, and the Savannah Tech named her a Community Star. Through the years, she's awarded thousands of dollars in high school girls through the Dawning of a Miracle Scholarship, a fund she created to help young ladies with chronic or life-threatening illnesses go to college. Dawn says her proudest accomplishment is the Dawn's Daughter Leadership Academy, where she teaches high school girls in Chatham, Bryan, Liberty, and Effingham counties the skills they need to become successful in their professional and personal lives. Please join me in a warm East Georgia State College welcome to Dawn Baker.
Thank you. I was told to ask you, can you hear me okay? The people sitting on the back, can you understand me? It's because I have a really big mouth. Good evening, everyone. To the faculty, staff, families, and most importantly this evening, the East Georgia College class of 2023. I cannot tell you how deeply honored and excited I am to share with you all as you exceed and meet this milestone. I want to say congratulations to all of you for your hard work in earning your place in this room tonight. Many others started out with you 2 years ago, but they dropped out along the way. They came up with 1,000,001 excuses when the times got tough, but you did not. You never gave up. When your instructors piled assignments on you, when your bosses didn't quite understand why you were tired at the beginning of your shift and may have to slip out a little early to travel across town to get to class, you kept on going. And to your families who tolerated every one of you missing out on special occasions, being distracted at times, probably irritable as you tried to juggle work, family, school, friends. Graduates, I know you know where your families are because you've walked in. See if you can put an eye on them right now. And I want you to mouth, "I'm sorry." To the graduates, congratulations again. You have proven that you have the right stuff. You know what it takes to persevere. And in a way, that means you're kind of like a glacier. No, you are not a big chunk of ice. But although a glacier is slow and only moves a few feet every single year, it completely changes the world. It forms mountains and canyons, and you can permanently change the world too by sticking to it and never giving up. There are so many mistakes that I would like to help all of you avoid as you venture into the workplace. Do not post anything on social media you don't want the whole world to see. The reckless use of social media can derail your life and kill your dreams. We've all heard of people who've lost their jobs or scholarships or been expelled because of derogatory or racist comments or behavior on social media. Don't be that person. There is nowhere to hide online. Not only do employers, but universities hire people, hackers, to find out who we really are. So even though we may go on social media and have a cute little crafty name, there's always something that lets our friends know who we are. And those people know how to put 1 and 1 together and equal 2. And if they find something that is not complimentary, you know what happens? On the college level, they can let other college people know. On the job level, they let other employers know. So essentially, you are blackballing yourself in a matter of seconds. Never give anyone the power to destroy your good name. You can do anything you set your mind to as long as you work hard, stay focused, and never give up. Just like you did to earn those caps and gowns today and are proudly wearing tonight. But you have to be completely honest with yourself. And I mean take a good look at yourself and realize what you're capable of. When I was a child, I dreamed of being a pediatrician. That's all I ever talked about. When I got to the 8th grade, I went to Memorial Hospital in Savannah. I was a candy striper for the summer. They put me on the pediatrics floor. I was so excited until I started walking around those halls. And I met tons of sick children. Some were terminally ill. During my one short summer there, some of my patients passed away. And I realized that I might not be the best doctor because I spent a lot of time crying about their conditions. In high school, physics really woke me up from that dream. I never worked so hard for a C in my life. Science never came easy to me, but English always did, and I love to write. So I decided to become a reporter. I also was born with this big voice. I cannot whisper for anything in the world. I followed my passion. I believe that has made all the difference in my life. And while I will never make the money that a doctor makes, I certainly do believe I'm happier than most doctors who are working in the Savannah area. Many years later, I still love what I do, and I can't imagine doing anything else. I want you all to look back on your lives and feel the same way. Your professors have certainly done a great job of getting you prepared to get a job, to get a career. But honestly, often our professors nor our parents do a very good job of truly preparing us for walking into that door day after day, not only getting the job, but keeping the job. I would suggest you go into your new position with an open mind, ready to learn new things and accept constructive criticism. But most importantly, remain positive. It has been said our attitude is the primary force that will determine whether we succeed or fail. Even after you start that dream career, I want to challenge you to stay away from negative people and gossip. Keep your personal and professional lives separate. When you get dressed, I'm probably talking to the women, but also the men. Make sure you're not dressing for the nightclub if you're going to work. Or you're not dressing to wash the car, go to a barbecue outside. You need to dress for your career. Never handle any situation in life when you are angry. Never let your coworkers see you cry. I know this is old-fashioned these days, but do not date anybody on your job. Most relationships don't work out. And do not allow your coworkers or your bosses to touch you inappropriately. You have to shut that down immediately. You will not lose your job if you learn to set boundaries. If you don't address it, you could very easily get into a scary situation. So we want to make sure that you address that right away. When it comes to work, always do your best every single day, because we know life is really all about choices. It reminds me of a carpenter I read a story about. I'll tell you about him very quickly. He had worked for about 35 years. He was the best in his business. He worked for a contractor, so he told the contractor that day that he was ready to retire. He wanted to go and golf and fish and hang out with his grandkids. So the contractor was very unsettled to hear that he was losing the best worker he had ever had. They'd made a lot of money together. They'd won a lot of awards together. So he asked him, instead of giving me 2 weeks, if you would just build one more house for me. So the carpenter said, okay. So every day he showed up to work. He worked along with the crew. But very shortly, people noticed that his work was a little different. So we all know when we talk to carpenters, they've been taught from the very beginning, you measure the board twice before you cut it to make sure that it is the right length, right? The right size. But he was in such a rush to get there, he was just cutting boards. So when you look over here, like at these doors over here, and you see how they're perfect right angles, his doors sometimes were kind of leaning. So he'd go over there and put a shorter piece of board over there, put some caulk in there and kind of make it look like it almost should. So many things he did during the process of fixing that house just didn't seem like his heart was in it. Eventually, they did finish the house. He called the contractor and told him, hey, we're finished. He said, well, I'll meet you there in the morning so we could take a look at that house and do a final inspection. When he got there that morning, the contractor walked in. They did the walkthrough. And as the contractor was walking through, he noticed there were a lot of things that were a little bit odd for this carpenter's work. He couldn't understand it, but they went on through, and he said, you know what? I want to thank you so much for 30 years of great service. You are amazing. And guess what he did? He handed the carpenter the keys. And he was confused. He said, this is your house. It's my thank you to you. So quickly, that smirk he had about, this is my last day, nobody's ever going to tell me what to do again, I'm going to retire, that smirk fell away. The carpenter was surprised and ashamed at the same time. If he had only known he was building his own house, he would have given his best, right? So it is with all of us. Every day we build our lives, one day at a time, often putting in less than our best into building. And then in shock, we are surprised when we realize this is the house, the life we have to live in. If we could all do it over again, but you know what? We can't go back. Always remember that you are a carpenter no matter what you do. Each day you are hammering a nail, placing a board, erecting a wall. It has been said that life is a do-it-yourself project. Your attitudes and the choices you make today will determine the house you live in tomorrow. So build wisely. Remember, when you make the right choices, the sky really is the limit for all of you. We cannot choose our families or where we live as children, but that really doesn't matter in the long run. It has been said that it is you, the quality of your minds, the integrity of your souls, and the determination of your wills that will decide the future and shape your lives. Never forget that. As you believe, so you become. Believe you have the power to do anything you desire. Also remember that people you call friends won't always be happy for your success. Some of them will talk behind your back, or they will actively try to undermine you. As Maya Angelou said, once they show you who they really are, believe them. You stay focused on your goal and move on. Don't worry about them. More than likely, you're going to fail over and over again. All of us have failed at something. Failure, though, they say, can be your best teacher, because in there, it's where you gain humility and learn that the most about yourself and realize all those new opportunities that are out there. How many of us are on plan B, plan C, plan D? I want to challenge all of you smart ladies and gentlemen tonight, as you leave the familiar halls of East Georgia State College, to give life everything you got. Don't hold back. Think only the best. Work only for the best, and expect only the best in your life. To be just as enthusiastic about the success of yourself as you are about others. To forget about the mistakes and press on to even greater things in the future. To give so much time improving yourself that you don't have time to worry about what other people are doing or criticizing them. To think well of yourself and proclaim that fact to the world, not in big words or loud words, but by in good deeds, in service to others. You will never truly be fulfilled in life until you start to serve others in some way. Once you do, you'll be surprised how those blessings will come back to you. That's how you live a life of purpose. Believe you have the power to achieve anything you would desire. After all, I believe, in the end, it doesn't matter how much money we have made or how much recognition we have gotten. What really matters is the difference we have made in this world. So, to the class of 2023 Bobcats, we are counting on you to go out and make the very best of this beautiful world, and please do your part to make it a better place. I cannot wait to see what all of you all do with your beautiful lives. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to speak with you this evening.
Family and friends of the graduates, earning a degree is difficult. Currently, less than half of all adults in the United States complete a college degree. As you participate in this ceremony, you deserve to take great pride in your graduate as they enter the Academy of Scholars. Graduates, today's ceremony is an initiation into the Worldwide Academy of Scholars. It is a solemn occasion worthy of decorum and order. This initiation ceremony has long-standing traditions and unique trappings. Robes, hoods, hats with tassels, medallions, a gonfalon, and a mace. The traditions are observed to demonstrate the respect that all present today have for your accomplishments. They are described on pages 3 and 4 in your digital program and are similar the world over. Please take note of students wearing academic insignia and honor cords in recognition of their special achievements. You will find these descriptions of the academic and leadership distinctions on pages 6 and 7 of your digital program. Several years ago, members of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society penned these words for our graduates. As you prepare to walk across the stage, celebrate yourself and what makes you beautiful, including the amazing achievement of earning a degree from East Georgia State College. Now to the fun stuff. The remainder of our ceremony is in 2 parts. Firstly, we briefly present all of the degree candidates for consideration, and then, second, the candidates will each come up on stage to receive their diploma. President Schechter, please join me at the podium.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? All right. My thanks to Dr. Whelan, and thank you, Dawn Baker. That was absolutely terrific. And I'm trying to think about all those nails that I've put in and wood that I've measured and everything. I hope I did okay all this time. But that was extremely thoughtful and very powerful message. Thank you for sharing that with all of us today. Before we present the graduates this evening and move on to that part of the ceremony honoring their accomplishments, I'd like to ask that we all honor the work of some other folks with us here tonight. Given some of the very serious events going on around the world and at home that we see every night on TV, I'd like to take a moment to honor those that have made our country great and what it is today. If you are a student, faculty member, staff member, or guest that is a veteran of our armed forces or currently serving in the armed services, would you please stand so we can recognize your contributions tonight, and thank you. Also, you may have read in the news that yesterday, May 11th, officially marked the end of the federal COVID-19 public health emergency declaration. The impact of the pandemic on many families continues, however.
So many local families have been impacted, and the campus has been impacted in many ways. Could I please have our first responders and frontline workers, such as any police officer, firefighter, EMS officer, nurse, or healthcare provider, stand so that we may thank you for your years of service to our state and community during this pandemic? Thank you all. East Georgia State College honors you and all the work you've been doing. Our sincere, sincere thanks. Dr. Whelan, please present our degree candidates.
Will all the candidates for the degrees of Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Bachelor of Arts in Fire and Emergency Services Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Biology please rise? President Schechter, these candidates have completed all the coursework required for their degree and have been approved by the faculty. It is my distinct pleasure to present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Thank you. By the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I confer upon you the Associate of Arts degree, Associate of Science degree, Bachelor of Arts in Fire and Emergency Services Administration degree, and Bachelor of Science in Biology degree, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please be seated.
The candidates will now come forward by degree program to receive their diplomas. A special thank you to Courtney Joyner, coordinator of our Statesboro and Augusta locations, for reading the names of the candidates. Candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts, please rise and come forward to receive your diploma.
Shasid Avila Perez. Anahi Isabel Caceres Delgadillo. Gail Alexis Camarero. Aveline Brianna Cartagena. Anacade Marie Clemens, cum laude. Tadlia Janae Colbert. Lanier Marie Daughtry. Zariah Marie Davis, magna cum laude. Harley Elizabeth DeFee, cum laude. Jaden Alexander Devonish. Evans, cum laude. Martha Bridget Flowers. Monique Galvin. Landon Wade Goodman, summa cum laude. Justin McKay Gray. Jada Alexis Harden. Skylar Peyton Harris. Aubrey Ray Harrison, cum laude. Jordan Christian Hartree. D'Angelo John Hines, cum laude. Jessica Emma Ann Jennings, cum laude. Johnny Lee Kittles. Sarah Catherine Nicole Kraus, cum laude. Michaela Grace Mead, summa cum laude. Jeremy Jamal Nelson. Colin James Nelson. Maya Nicole Rierick. Alexandria Marie Rogers, cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Rozier, magna cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Rachel Faith Shaw, summa cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Harley Grace Small, summa cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. James Wolfe Sparks. Kayla Shabri Stone. Landry Oliver Thompson, summa cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Jolene Valerie Velazquez, cum laude. Sydney Lee Villarreal. Carissa Walden. Jessica Lee Weaver. Derek Lawrence Williams Early. Mary Grace Winfrey, magna cum laude, Corel Scholar. Martha Grace Woodward, summa cum laude.
Candidates for the degree of Associate of Science, please rise and come forward to receive your diploma.
Allie Jordan Bowden. Shantavia Kenesha Carter. Anacade Marie Clemens, cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Layla Christina Connor, cum laude. Hughes Harrison Graham. Imani Shantae Harmon. Samuel Matthew Jackson, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Johnny Lee Kittles. Ebony Monique Lino. Derek Datron Paul. Jacob McLean Phillips. Ashton Taylor Scoggins. Harry Thompson, Jr. Michael Sattler Vautier, summa cum laude. Paul Manuel Warren, summa cum laude, Corel Scholar. Raquana L. Drayton. LaFrederick A. Gilchrist. Dr. Whelan, may I make a correction very quickly? In my nervousness, I did not announce 3 People's Awards. If Shahid Avila Perez would stand for a quick moment. She graduated cum laude. I think Anna Cade Marie Clemens, I skipped the first time, cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Anahi Isabel Caceres Delgadillo, cum laude.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Fire and Emergency Services Administration, please rise and come forward to receive your diploma.
Michael Scott Cook, cum laude. Matthew John Lanza, cum laude. Jacob Todd Neville. Leonard Paul Zahair.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, please rise and come forward to receive your diploma. Their names will be read by Dr. John Cadle, Professor of Biology and Campus Coordinator in Swainsboro.
Grace Diane Gardner, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Samantha Ann Glover, Service Seal of Distinction, Corel Scholar. Hunter Morel Groover, cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction. Heidi Caroline Puckett, cum laude.
Will the candidates for the Certificate of Accomplishment in Work Readiness Skills please rise? President Schechter, these candidates have completed all the coursework required for their certificate and have been approved by the faculty. It is my distinct pleasure to present them to you for the conferring of their certificate.
Thank you, Dr. Whelan. By the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I confer upon you a certificate of accomplishment with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Please come forward to receive your certificate.
John Wesley Colston, Service Seal of Distinction. Sharonda Monique Johnson, magna cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction. Marie Carolina Locke, Service Seal of Distinction. Devin Latavius Myrick, cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction. Austin Trevor Rich, Service Seal of Distinction. Cristal Shambrika Thomas, magna cum laude, Service Seal of Distinction. Renika Patrice Tompkins, Service Seal of Distinction. Denise Leanne Wilkes, Service Seal of Distinction. Joseph Clay Jackson.
Will all of our graduates, Associate of Arts and Associates of Science degrees, Bachelor of Arts in Fire and Emergency Services Administration, Bachelor of Science in Biology degrees, and the choice certificates, please rise. It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a post-secondary degree, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of the degree. Graduates, please move your tassels. Graduates, your family and friends have helped and supported you as you earn this degree. It is fitting that you recognize them for the support they have given you. Will you give them a round of applause? Graduates, the remarkable faculty and staff who led you on this educational journey that you completed today have come today in their academic regalia to honor you. Please recognize them for their efforts on your behalf. And to the folks in our audience that are brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, cousins of the graduates that are here, take a look at these fine graduates. You can be here too. We want you. East Georgia is here for you, and we welcome you. So please give us a try and take a look at these model graduates. We're so proud of all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I present to you the spring 2023 graduating class of East Georgia State College. Will the audience please rise? Audience, please rise and join the graduates as the sounds of Gabriel lead us in the singing of the East Georgia State College alma mater. The words are on the last page of your digital program.
In the heart of Eastern Georgia, beneath the pines of green, proudly stand our alma mater, noble and serene. May thy triumphs, dear East Georgia, ever be proclaimed. May thy loyal sons and daughters magnify thy name. Through the years of times with passing, we shall ever be one with thee, our alma mater, one with EGSC. Lift the chorus to East Georgia, let her grace be told. Glory to our alma mater, hail to green and gold, hail to green and gold, and gold, hail to green and gold.
Could you all hear that? Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you, Sounds of Gabriel. That was absolutely beautiful. All right. We are now going to continue an East Georgia tradition, and the weather's being cooperative on us. So, to honor this tradition, family and friends, please help us out. Stay in your seats until all faculty, students, and platform party members have walked out. As the faculty exit the building from that corner door over there, they will create a corridor starting at the front door and down each side of the sidewalk for our graduates to walk through and receive congratulations. Student ushers will assist in creating the corridor. Drs. Brazier and Serpovich, please lead us out.